it going, Gemini? Welcome to Delos Divine, where I will be providing you with personalized tarot card readings to give you wisdom and guidance and any kind of a clarity that any one of your faces may be seeking today. So, that being said, if this does resonate with you or if you find any kind of truth to this, please feel free to send me a personal message. I will provide a link in the video box below, and we will carry on with your reading. Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your monthly drag. Thank you for joining us, and it's as if there's more than one of us. There's a trinity of persons here. Me, myself, and I. Alrighty, Gemini, and I know if anyone can relate to having more than one persona, it's you. So we're going to go ahead and start your reading. And we'll go ahead and begin with your monthly focus. And for your monthly focus, Gemini, I see you absolutely gung-ho and totally rushing forward with absolute vigor and just total without self-doubt into something that you're really passionate about. I'm going to go ahead and pull extra card here just to clarify, and I feel like with Nine of Wands, it's something that has been, which makes sense to me, and I feel like this has been something that has been on the back burner for you for I think so long, and I feel like this has all just been at a standstill, and I feel like this is almost creatively. I see your creative juices flow. I definitely see your creative juices flowing here, Gemini, big time. And I just feel like now that since everything is in the clear now and you're able to move forward, I do see your spiritual focus for this month is absolutely channeling and tapping into that Knight of Wands energy and just absolutely charging forward, and don't even stop and don't even think to look back, and you just go ahead and you move forward and you definitely pursue that. I feel like you're in a good headspace right now just spiritually, and I think things have been on standstill and on hold for long enough, and I definitely think that you're ready to go ahead and move forward. Your worldly focus, wow, I'm a dumbass, put the card upside down. Your worldly focus here is Two of Swords, so I see decisions, Gemini. Big time. So I see you at the crossroads. I feel like, wow, I haven't pulled for other spread here like this, Gemini, so I'm spoiling you just a little bit. It's just I'm getting a little excited here. But I do see here with King of Wands and Two of Swords, I feel like you are at a crossroads of making just this decision right now, and I feel like, again, it's like you have taken responsibility, and I think you've crossed all your T's and you've dotted all your I's, and I think you're ready, so just go ahead and move forward. Now, what decision you're going to make, I'm not entirely sure, only you can make that, but I do feel like right now, this month, I feel you are going to have the confidence and just this high vibration I feel for you right now to go ahead and make this judgment call that you need to make. Your lesson this month is going to be cautious, and I feel like finances are coming up just a little bit so far I've noticed with the signs here with these rings, and I feel like be cautious with your spending habits here, Gemini. I feel like in the excitement or in the rush and in the whirl of things, because I know how it is as a fellow air sign, you just get so swept up in the endless possibilities of what could be in that idealism. So I think that kind of reflects sometimes in spending, because you can just go and want to celebrate and buy drinks here and go and do this here, and I just feel like, to me, definitely practice responsibility and be prudent with your finances this month. I'm not sure if you guys are in any financial hardships. I'm not really getting that, but I do feel like it's better to be on the safe side. I'm not sure what next month brings, but maybe it is something if I'm getting kind of like a message for you. So, I mean, just be wary of that right now for this monthly lesson. So, again, I feel like learning how to not just manage your finances, but learning how to manage your time and be practical about what you're doing is really, I see your monthly focus here. It's a matter of learning how to balance your passions with a good, sensible, and practical and sound way of proceeding forward, because you don't want to be too erratic. You don't want to be too all over the place, which, I mean, as a Mercury ruled sign, you can be just a little bit, but I do feel just be cautious, and again, not just with money, but just with these decisions that you're making. Don't be so erratic, like I told Aries. Don't go ahead and just jump into this. It's just, I understand you're excited with all of this Knight of Wands energy, and yes, absolutely charge and go forward and go ahead and make your moves, but practice precautions with it too. Although you're going with the energy of a knight, you also have to think like a king. And that means thinking of what is the overall picture as opposed to just a very quick satisfaction. So usually the moon is about feeling, I don't want to say deception, but I feel like the moon has this tendency to beguile. But with this positive aspect working for you here with the moon, I almost feel like this is now more of where all of your dreams or all of the uncertainties even that you had, I think now with the moon card working in your favor, it's almost like the moon is showing you kind of like the way that you need to go. It's almost like telling you embrace your fears. Almost like I feel like, so again, fearless is the message that's coming in. So it's, I feel like positively what's in for you is you've become fearless, and I think you've moved past this moon in you, which the moon tends to make you question and just kind of things become hazy and unsure. But here is the opposite. I see you as feeling very just fearless and just really ready to go ahead and make that move, whatever that could be. Eight of Rings, and it's funny here how the monthly lesson and both your negative influence here are both coins cards. So again, this is practicality, and this is keeping promises, I feel like almost here, and being mindful of things that you need to take care of. So it's almost like don't let your bills or things that you need to take care of, your responsibilities, slip or fall into the background of this extracurricular excitement that you've got going on. So it's just like be mindful of the things that you do need to take care of, because I do see again becoming lost in this and not being attentive to this and just kind of being too in the moment. You can lose yourself here and just kind of set yourself back, I think, for being not as thorough as you should have been. So again, just I feel like to me coins, every time I see rings or coins cards, I just think of earth energy. So I just feel like it's a very take your time, because Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, it's like they're very methodical signs. And so I feel like their energy is here in these cards. So I feel like working against you is, I think, their negative things, and it's again mismanagement with money and almost not knowing how to balance their practical lives with things that they're trying to do creatively or any other kind of way. So again, just be mindful of things you do need to take care of, and don't let the excitement and all of this fire energy, because that's what all of this energy is right here, so much fire energy that you're getting for an air sign, don't let all of that kind of make you hit your head because you didn't kind of look over the fine print or look over stop to pay attention to the details, which I really feel like you need to do here. Okay. Wow. With the Empress, and I mean, the Empress to me, I think of her as Taurus, and she's definitely a Venus card, and I mean, to me, I feel like, in a word of advice, I think the Empress is telling you to practice the celebration of, everything that you're doing, because the Empress is about having not just what you have, but more than what you have, and living very lavish and living very comfortably and happily, and she's content with herself. So I feel like with the Empress card, she's telling you to be happy and go ahead and be content. But again, as an Empress, she is able to enjoy the wealth and the splendors of her kingdom, as well as exercise extreme caution over maintaining and preserving it. So I feel like here with the advice is, yes, be happy and rejoice, and definitely go ahead and march forward with imperial authority that I see here with the Empress card. But again, practice caution and make sure that you understand all of the details and make sure you've got everything just right before you go ahead and you make that move. Okay, so it looks like these cards will pop out here. Alright, so we'll go ahead and we'll do one channeled message. I guess that was the one that wanted to pop out here, Queen of Rings. And one final ring to crown the rest of your spread here, Gemini. And King of Rings, Queen of Rings, King of Rings, it's like you have, and then the Empress, it's like you've just got this whole like divine trinity, I think, of just abundance and of stability and absolute control. And so I think just a message is coming through for you, it's saying you got this. You've got this, Gemini. Whatever it is that you're setting your mind to, and everything, and things have been on delay for a reason. And I'm a really big believer in divine timing, and everything happens the way that it needs to happen, when it needs to happen. And I think right now is your moment, man. And I really feel like just here with all of this together, I just feel like take charge, go forth with the situation, and again practice that same regal sense of knowing what you're doing before you make moves. But I mean, as they say, and I mean, I think if anyone knows, Gemini, that life is one big chess game, it's you. So I will end your reading on that note. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you next week, Gemini, and hopefully the rest of this month is as beautiful as it's looking for you, because I am definitely pretty excited for this reading, and maybe I did spoil you a little bit because, Libra and Gemini are best friends, but, that's that.